Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. It's Sunday, beautiful day outside. I wanted to bounce something off of everybody. First off, if you're one of the people overreacting to the joke I posted on my Instagram and Facebook about my neighbor's lawn, relax a little bit. I don't need the grass police, grass Nazis. Just it's an internal joke to some of my friends. Thanks. But I wanted to talk about a situation where most of the time we would call people out for this scenario constantly, but there haven't been people calling this situation out. What do I mean? When groups make threats to the safety of others, groups now, it should be called out. It should be it shouldn't be done, right? I mean, obviously you shouldn't lodge threats against anybody. What do I mean? Well, most of us on this channel are familiar with BLM or Antifa, and anytime they make threats to a group of people or a city, a town, or whatever, it riles people up. It's like poking the hornet's nest, right? And we all get a buzz and we talk about it and we spread the word. But this time it was reversed. And it was actually, I guess, one of us, I'll say, somebody who's a patriot through and through, and made a threat to a group. And it's kind of been glossed over. A couple people are talking about it, and I thought that I'd bring it up to you guys and gals because I wanted to see what you think of this. Again, and it seems like we would... If it was the other way around, we'd be jumping at it. We'd be foaming at the mouth mad. And I'm going to refer to my phone here because I want to quote things correctly. First of all, the person who made this perceived threat, and I know all about the law and what a threat is and isn't, and did he have the immediate means, or was he in the vicinity? Could he carry it out? Obviously no, but what he said probably shouldn't have been said because he's a sitting congressman, and I'm referring to Congressman Clay Higgins. Now, Clay Higgins is a Republican out of Louisiana. He has a very patriotic background, police officer, a SWAT officer. He even obtained the rank of captain for one of the sheriff's office in Louisiana, and I'm very familiar with Louisiana. It's a great place, a lot of patriotic people. And what he said, which I'll read you the thing in a second, but what he said, a lot of us think, but sometimes we shouldn't say what we think, right? Because it obviously can be used against us and leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. Now, he's one of us. He's a patriot through and through, and I don't know what his mindset was or if he was reacting to something, so that's why I'm throwing it out to you to see what you guys and gals think, because some of y'all are in Louisiana, I know, and maybe you have more information on this than I do. But Congressman Higgins made a post on Facebook that has since been removed, but everything stays online forever here. And he made this in response to the NFAC, the Not Effing Around Coalition, the same guys and gals who are peacefully protesting. They haven't really done anything crazy other than the negligent discharge that they had. But if we're going to be honest, right, and we're here to stand up for people's rights, they're just gathering in groups and using a show of force, using their weapons. Now, the way they're going about it is up for debate because at least not they, I haven't heard many other people other than Grandmaster Jay or whatever his real name is. I don't really know or care because it doesn't matter. But he makes a lot of threats. He's out there flapping all the time, threatening people. And in fact, he was responding to Congressman Higgins on his Facebook Live or something, saying, we don't threaten people. And then he immediately threatened him by saying, if you don't apologize, we're going to have the biggest show of force that nobody's ever seen, blah, blah, blah. And he's threatened to kill people in his own group if they found out that they weren't with them 100%, if they were working with the other side. So they threaten people, and it makes them look a certain way, right? Cast a certain shadow upon them. But we, the patriots out here, who we already know that if the time comes, and when the time comes, because I think it's coming, but when the time comes to defend the country and save what it is that we have as Americans, we know we know what's going to happen. All right, we know it's time to do business. It's time to do business. But so this is what Congressman Higgins said the other day, and I'll put it on the screen here. It says, "Look, fair warning. If this shows up," and he's referring to the NFAC's armed show of force. "If this shows up, we'll consider the armed presence a real threat. We being we the people of Louisiana. One-way ticket, fellas. Have your affairs in order. Me, I wouldn't even spill my beer. I'd drop any 10 of you where you stand. Because some of we, like me, we are SWAT. Nothing personal. We just eliminate the threat. We don't care what color you are. We don't care if you're left or right. If you show up like this, if we recognize threat, you won't walk away. That's not a challenge, fellas. That's a promise. We don't want to see your worthless ass, nor do we want to make your mothers cry. You're the ones threatening. If you show yourselves aggressively natured and armed in my presence, in my neighborhood where I work, anywhere close enough to put my family or my fellow citizens in danger, that is where your journey will end. Fast. How fast? 1,450 feet per second fast." Now, again, Congressman is saying everything we all think, know, and believe. Because if anybody threatens any of our families, we're going to act accordingly. But as a congressman, you probably shouldn't have said it. And Facebook removed it. And I'm glad he's on our side. As a former SWAT member myself, I'm glad we're on the same team. And I'm sorry the sun's setting here. I'm going to try to do a little better, but sorry. But what do you guys and gals think? Again, if this was an Antifa captain or whatever their rank structure is, if this was a BLM leader or even the NFAC, if they threatened somebody like this, we would be going cuckoo. And on the flip side is when militias and patriot groups organize and show up for rallies, if they said that the other side, if they said that stuff to us about us, right, we again would be flipping out. So I don't know. Like I said, I agree with the congressman's thoughts. I just don't think it was the right place or time to say it. Maybe it's one of those things that were better left unsaid. But what do you guys and gals think? I mean, honestly, what do you think about this? Is it water under the bridge? Did we poke the bee's hive? And hindsight's 20/20. Maybe the congressman doesn't think maybe wishes he didn't do it. But with everybody in Congress, or everybody in the House of Representatives is up for re-election this year, it's the last thing we need is to have a patriotic member of Congress put his position at risk because of something they said on Facebook. I'd much rather have him in office and be a patriot than to have something this frivolous used against him. And they're going to. I mean, after the holiday weekend, I'm sure you're going to hear a lot about it on the rags. But let me know down below what you think. Again, thank you all for your time. Your unrelenting support for this channel is amazing. If you could help the channel out, just hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I got quite a few emails in the last 2 days about people just realizing they were unsubscribed. So share this with your friends. Even if your friends are usually subscribed, just give them a holler, let them know. And until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, and have a fantastic evening. Hope you have a great Labor Day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.